So we talked about this during our live trading session with the LPP team. We actually even talked about it during today's live trading session of why is the stock market going up? GDP for the second quarter in a row is in the red. Technically, that puts us in a recession, other than President Biden saying that that's not the definition of a recession anymore. With that being said, also, huge tech companies reported negative earnings, yet the market began to go up as Microsoft and Google reported negative earnings. Amazon and Apple did report better than expected revenue. If I'm not mistaken, Amazon actually ended up missing their earnings per share, where Apple actually ended up exceeding earnings per share. But it was nothing crazy. But the market still rallied. Today, a series of reports came out, the PMI, the PCE, and the Consumer Sentiment Report. Most of them came out better than expected. And then Elon Musk sent out a tweet saying that I think inflation has peaked. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Right now, TQQQ is up 3.6%, meaning that the NASDAQ market is up a little bit over 1% on the day. But did we not talk about this? Did we not say that sometimes markets just rally because of milestones? How many times have we heard it before? Stock market is on track for the worst week or the worst month of this year, right? And guess what happens? As soon as those things are announced, more selling pressure happens. Vice versa. What's going on right now? We're on track. If you guys pay attention, it is the 29th of July. It is the last trading day of the month. And we are on track for the S&P 500 to have the best month since 2020. And guess what articles are beginning to talk about? S&P 500 gains, helped by Apple and Amazon as indexes head for the best month since 2020. It is hilarious because there's no actual fundamental reason on why they're going up. And this is why I'm talking about this, right? So if you are in fear of the markets pulling on back, I just want you to understand the reason why they're going up. And if you can justify holding because of why they're going up, then so be it, right? But markets are going up right now because we are about to have one of the best months we've had since 2020. And that is solely the reason. GDP is bad. When it comes down to raising interest rates, we raised another 0.75%. That's not good. Sure, it was factored into the market, but definitely still not good. The other thing, the idea of the other tech companies that are set to report earnings this upcoming week, even after the poor earnings that were reported this week. We have AMD, we have eBay. Much smaller tech companies are set to report earnings. I think we also have Starbucks reporting earnings this upcoming week. Something that we can definitely talk about, but this week that we just experienced was definitely the biggest tech-focused earnings week. Everything else is much smaller companies. All I want you to be aware of is with TQQQ on the rise, with the market on the rise, I don't want you to get too excited thinking that the market's going up because this is it. The market's going to recover. And then you just didn't know that the only reason that the market's actually going up today is due to the buying pressure because we're on pace for the best month of 2020. And then guess what happens? You can call me a fortune teller. But guess what happens shortly after we go into the month of August, right? It's a new month. So therefore, the milestone and the hype that was present today and last week, right, doesn't really matter. So what do you think will happen in August when we're, going on to the next month, where that milestone and that hype is no longer there? You could imagine that, well, if the hype isn't there, then the buying pressure isn't there. And then at that point, people will realize that, whoa, we just gapped up quite a bit. Whoa, we just gapped up quite a bit, right? Guess what happens when we gap up? Very quickly with no pullback in sight. The pullbacks tend to be a little bit more aggressive. They tend to be, right? I just want to make sure that you don't put yourself in a position that you can't tolerate. So I'm very excited to follow up with this upcoming week. It should be an interesting trading week. Hopefully it's not too bloody. And if it does pull on back, friendly reminder, pullbacks are part of the process, not something that you should ever be afraid of or scared of. It's something that if you do it tastefully, meaning that if you manage your position size, again, when the stock pulls on back, it's really just another chance for you to get it at a better price as long as it continues to indicate signs of an uptrend pattern. All we're looking for are higher lows. As long as we don't sell off as aggressively and as low as we did before, then that's a step in the right direction. So excited for the live trading session that we'll be hosting tomorrow. Again, friendly reminder, I do trade live every single morning with our Learn Plan Profit Group. We're running one of our biggest sales today. It's $150 off our Learn Plan Profit 2.0. For those that don't know, it's an all-inclusive one-time payment, lifetime access. So you get access to the beginner A to Z course, the daily live trading sessions, the private group chat, and access to the TechBuds HQ. It's all included. No, there's no monthly subscription. No, there's no yearly subscription. It's $150 off right now. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and you get access to all the updates. This is the only group that I work with on a closer basis. So again, if you've been waiting for a discount, now is the time. And the coupon code is the second link in the description of the video, and it will be active for the next 48 hours. And then we're doing our TechBuds staycation. This ends next week, August 7th. We're going to be flying out three lucky winners for a 3-day staycation here in Arizona. I'm going to be flying you out, all expenses paid, staying at one of our Airbnbs right next to the HQ, spending time with me and the team. If you want to learn more about it, head on over to shoptechbuds.com or click the fourth link in the description of this video. And yes, for every $1 you spend on the site, it equals 5 automatic entries. So if you wanted to pick up a mouse pad earns you 150 entries towards the staycation giveaway automatically. So again, that's that fourth link in the description. I appreciate you guys' time. Hope that it earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. Hope you guys all have an amazing weekend. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.